Hi sweets, this is wrestling's musical diva, the Fighting Siren, Shalandra, and I am back with another video for all of you. Before I move forward, I will give a trigger warning. This video will contain talks of death, so if that's something that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to hear about, I'm not going to be mad if you just skip over this video. I will probably include like a timestamp of what the meat and potatoes of this video is about if you really want to watch it. But again, I'm not going to be mad if you skip past it. This is one that I give you one freebie. But anyway, I was on the phone the other day talking to one of my friends, and they were like, you know what, Royal, life is short. And I'm like, no duh, obviously. But they were like, no, like life is really short. This pandemic has really shown that we can just be taken out of the game with like no notice. And I'm like, well, yeah, people die every day, but yes, this pandemic definitely has put an alert up there. And they're like, you know what, Royal, I'm gonna go get that car that I really want. And I'm like, hold up, how do we get from talking about, you know, how life is short to going to get that vehicle? And then I'm like, I didn't insert myself just yet, but from someone who is still, you know, suffering from like getting this vehicle, I'm like, don't be too hasty in making such a decision. And they're like, no, I've been working my butt off, putting a lot of things that I want to do on a hold. I don't know when I'm going to die. If I'm going to die tomorrow, I want to die having the car that I wanted to have. I want to die living the life that I want to live because I can't take it with me, but I at least want to experience it. And then I'm like, okay, I want to make sure you're just not having a crisis. And they're like, Royal, it will make me happy. And right then, I didn't say anything else. At the end of the day, I want my friend to be happy. And the truth of the matter is, who am I to get in the way of their happiness? Now, I'm not saying that I should be in support of every grand decision that they make, because some things may come with other consequences that we may or may not know. But the key word is it makes them happy, because life is short and you just don't know when you're going to go. And from knowing this friend, I know that they put a lot of things that they really, really want to do on the back burner because they felt like they needed to live a certain type of life. And let's face it, in society, we are taught that there's a certain structure of life that we need to hold in order to be successful or to be happy. But everyone's ideal of success is a little bit different. And at the end of the day, why live with a whole bunch of what ifs? Because we're living what we think society wants us to live. Now, I'm not saying go out there and be crazy. I'm not saying go out there and blow through your life savings. Be responsible. But at the end of the day, you're the one that has to wake up with the decisions you make, and you're the one that has to go to sleep with the decisions you make. So it might as well be decisions that you want to make, and that will make you happy, because tomorrow isn't promised. I think fear is something that drives a lot of us to make a lot of decisions that would be different than what we really want. We are constantly facing a lot of different perspectives every day, and we all worry about making the wrong decision. But oftentimes, at least for me, due to my fear, it hinders me from making the decisions that I really, really want to make in the present, because I feel like it's going to screw up my future. And then oftentimes, if I don't do something, it makes me regret my past. I don't understand that, but it is something that happens. Well, talking with this friend has helped me realize, like, I do need to do what makes me happy. I can't let fear cripple me, because I can be fearing doing something that I really want to do today and then pass away tomorrow, and I would have never accomplished it. Now, just because I do what makes me happy doesn't mean that it's going to give me my ultimate desires. But for me, I at least stress, and by doing what makes me happy will maybe help me stress less. I don't know. But one night I was watching YouTube, or at least having it play in the background, and it was on autoplay, and eventually it got to this video about this guy who has his dream job, but his dream job is helping people pass away. And it blew my mind that that is actually a job, but he actually talks to them, help them come to certain decisions, you know, before they pass. And he said, when people are on their deathbeds, they're not talking about bills. They're not talking about most of the time they're not talking about the things that they wish they bought. They're usually talking about the road that they didn't travel, the person that they didn't say I love you to, the person that they ended a relationship with that they truly really wanted to continue. They want to see where it was going to go, or pursuing their dream job, or buying something that really would have made them happy, but they didn't because they felt like they needed to buy what society thought, and they were like, I really hated it, and now I'm stuck with this, whatever, or my family will be stuck with it, you know, things like that. But they're just not talking about, and it's rare that they're talking about the possessions, but they're not talking about that. And when they want people, well, when they want things beside them, it's not their car, their house, their cell phone. I mean, if anything, their cell phone to keep in touch with people, but they want people. They want human interaction. They want something special. They want memories. And they want the good memories. And when it's our time, we're going to be a memory. If we're lucky enough to be able to reminisce before we exit, we only have memories. And memories, it's like one of those unspoken currencies that we have between human and human. I don't want to be on my deathbed regretting not pursuing a life that I want people to talk about, leading by example. I don't want to live my life saying I really wish that I gave this person another shot, or I really wish that I told them I loved them, or I wish that things ended better. Because I'm the type of person that's going to think about the junk. I think about it now. So screw what anybody else says. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to pursue my dreams. I'm going to help others pursue their dreams. I'm going to try to make responsible decisions, but ultimately I'm going to do what Royal wants to do, and I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to live with no what ifs and go for what you want to. Do be respectful of other people, and keep in mind that sometimes your decisions can affect other people. But at the end of the day, as I've stated already, your decisions you make affect you, and you wake up with them and you go to sleep with them. Live your life. Live with no regrets, no what ifs. Because you just never know. Might end up leading a better life than you would have thought. I don't know. I hope this video made some sort of sense to you all. I'm sorry that it seems scattered, but the ultimate thing that I want to get across is just live your life and do what makes you happy. Stop worrying about things that are out of your control. A lot of things are out of our control. But there are so many examples around us of people that went balls to the wall with what they believe and what they want to do, and they're reaping the benefits, while a lot of us are still stressing, what if I do this, or what if I do that? Just do it and see. Most decisions you make can be, not necessarily reversed, but there usually are other options. So go for it. If you don't get your dream job, work your butt off till you get it. If you don't have your dream person, work your butt off until you get them. If you messed up a relationship, apologize and let them know. Worst case scenario, you're too late. And at the end of the day, I don't think you're ever too late until you die. So just go for it, you guys. Talking to myself too. This video is hard to record.